78% of working Americans currently live paycheck to paycheck. This figure applies across nearly every income bracket, capturing households earning $35,000 a year and those earning $350,000. The prevailing explanation for this statistic focuses on individual behavior. Society treats financial struggle as a symptom of poor discipline, suggesting that millions of people are simply overspending or failing to balance their monthly budgets. When nearly 80% of the population shares the same financial profile, the cause shifts from individual choices to the environment itself. The scale of the struggle suggests a systemic failure rather than widespread loss of personal discipline. We are looking at a predictable outcome. Over the last 50 years, the American economy underwent a quiet, systemic redesign that altered how wealth is distributed. Feeling financially trapped every single month is a direct result of how the modern economic machine is currently configured. To understand this configuration, we have to look at the baseline it replaced. In the 1970s, a single household income was sufficient to purchase a home, raise children, and save for retirement. That stability was anchored by a simple connection. Industrial productivity directly rewarded the working class. When factories produced more, workers earned more. This chart shows American worker productivity beginning in 1970. Over the next 5 decades, technological advancements and longer hours caused output to climb by 70%. Workers were generating vastly more value, but real wages disconnected from that growth. Over those same 5 decades, wages only increased 12%. This void is the Great Divergence. The moment what workers produce stops determining what they earn. The excess capital generated by that flat wages minus multiplying fixed survival costs leaves a structural deficit. It is a deficit that cannot be resolved by making a better household budget. If living costs exceeded wages decades ago, how did the middle class survive the gap? The financial industry provided the answer. They stepped into the void and offered consumer credit as a bridge. Debt evolved from a temporary safety net into a profitable extraction tool. Credit cards with 20% interest rates became a permanent way to siphon wealth from households trying to cover basic expenses. Today, this trap includes buy now, pay later apps for groceries and 7-year auto loans, which keep monthly payments seemingly affordable while increasing total costs. This system has a compounding velocity. Debt requires servicing, which drains future wages, requiring more debt to survive. It slowly drags the consumer downward. Consumer debt acts as the structural glue holding the modern American economy together. The direct consequence of this 50-year gap is extreme systemic fragility. For the majority of workers, 95% of their take-home pay is instantly consumed by fixed costs and debt servicing. This chart compares household fixed costs against cash reserves. It reveals that 40% of Americans lack the buffer to weather a single $400 emergency without borrowing. Shifting the macroeconomic system requires policy changes at the highest levels, but individuals cannot wait for policy. You must adopt a strategic defense plan immediately. Step 1 is building a $1,000 starter emergency fund. This money has one purpose: preventing you from taking on new, high-interest debt during a crisis. Step 2 is attacking your existing debt. Target the accounts with the highest interest rates first to stop the most expensive extraction of your income. This is about sealing off and protecting your baseline capital from external extraction. Step 3 is automating your savings. By moving money into reserves before you ever see it, you bypass a system that is algorithmically engineered to make you spend. Escaping the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle starts with recognizing the 50-year gap. Stop accepting the personal blame for a structural deficit and aggressively build a mathematical buffer to protect yourself.